As you may have heard, I'm on my way out of office as Thurston County Commissioner for District 1. But I'm not sad. No, I'm humbled and grateful that I've had the opportunity to serve our great county for the last 4 years. When I ran for office, I believed I could have a positive impact on people's lives, and I still believe that today. What I've enjoyed most about being a commissioner is being able to talk with people about big, complex issues affecting all of our lives. And the truth is, I'm more hopeful for the future than I was 4 years ago. I'm Commissioner John Hutchings, and I am here at Washington Middle School with 13 students, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And we're gonna have a conversation regarding civility. What is it? What is it not? Does it bother you folks when somebody paints you with a false motive?
I don't mind it as much because I usually recognize it just as an attempt to devalue my opinion, which I see as, kind of belittling, really incivil, but I just recognize the fact that I'm not the person they're describing me as, and I just take comfort in that, and then I don't have to get heated because I know that they're wrong, maybe, I don't know that, but I know that what they're doing is wrong and how they're acting is wrong.
The thing about making a difference is it can't be done or achieved by one commissioner, one board, one person, or even a single generation. It takes the whole of the community working together to bring our values into the world. I intend to continue serving our community because there's a lot of work yet to be done. I've always looked for ways to be of service, and as I leave office, that won't change. I look forward to seeing how our community continues to pull together to address these important issues, such as homelessness, opioid crisis, and preserving our natural habitat. I'm John Hutchings, and welcome to Olympia, meeting people in our community. It's 2 degrees above freezing, just to give you a reference, so whenever you're watching this, you can see why we're all stuffed up and why there's snow out here. I'm with Aaron. And Aaron is a person in our community. And this is all about the breaking of the stigma and the stereotyping of folks that are in need in our community. So this is Aaron. Aaron, how are you? Thank you for letting me come out and interview you today.
I'm hanging in there, best I can.
I greatly appreciate it. We talked a few days ago, and I told you we would be doing this, and I have no idea what you thought of at the time or since, but you shared some interesting things with me. And again, this whole segment is about busting the stereotype or stigma that people have for various people, no matter who they are in the community. One of the things I've always strived to do is stop painting people with a false motive. And so I would imagine you get painted with a false motive out here, standing with your sign at the street corner here. My wife and I travel the roads out there in Southeast Olympia chronically, constantly, all the time. And he's always upbeat, he's always positive, he's always waving and talking to the birds, talking to the signal and such. And my wife and I have always said the same thing. I wonder what his story is. Because everybody has a story. What's his story? And he's quite different than some of the other folks that we'll see out in the neighborhood, standing by the off-ramps or some of the other street corners. Vastly different he is. So I told her I'm going to find out who he is, and I did. And so, Bradley, you said you were diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar. And what type of stigmas have you experienced surrounding that diagnosis in your life?
Usually when I talk about my medication or I talk about what I've been diagnosed with, a lot of people will say, oh, are you dangerous? Are you going to flip out? And it's like, no. But a lot of people really kind of reel back when I tell them that.
Is that within the family and external to the family?
Yes.
Yeah. How's that feel to you?
Well, it's a little off-putting, but I just tell them that I'm okay and I'm in remission and I'm cleaned up and I'm taking my meds and I'm really up to date on it.
Good. Part of this whole segment is on stopping that stigma, just busting it, just cut it down. And one of the stigmas is, of course, in 35 years of law enforcement, I've met a ton of violent people that clearly weren't mentally ill. And I've met a ton of folks suffering with mental illness that are clearly not violent as well. I feel a sense of accomplishment with all that we have achieved over the last 4 years. And I use the collective we. We've made major inroads into homelessness, opioid addiction, great support to the Public Health and Social Services Department to keep our employees and our county, our citizens safe through this COVID pandemic, fish burial removal, and our habitat conservation plan, which is going to bring economic prosperity and protecting our environment at the same time. But we're beginning a heavy lift on race and equity. And it's going to take hard work and commitment from everybody. So please, I challenge you, look at your own stigmas, be open to other people's ideas, and enlarge the group of people you surround yourself with. Invite as many to the table for these discussions as you can. It's only when we embrace those types of differences that we're able to make good, sound policy for generations to come. So I leave you with this. I wish you the best of success and luck for years to come, and have happy holidays, and thank you. This is Commissioner John Hutchings. I'm signing out. And muchas gracias, Ramiro Chavez, mi amigo.